you a little bit. I'm just going to turn it down. So you may have just noticed what I've done there. This odd little cloud, this wispy thing, just going in, just passing by the top. Pulled the gamma right down, just so you can see, but get a hint. This is what I mean. This is a cloaked ship, and it's, whoa, okay. I just managed to get a big old glimpse of it. Oh, here's another one. There it is. I think I get it now. Wow. That's one big birdie. Where am I? Oh, here we go, Lee. It's one big birdie. This thing coming in here. Look, here. Around here, look. And then there's more of it here. Sorry. I have to make marks initially. And look here. Oh my goodness. The veil is lifting after all. Sorry, I'm raising my voice because I forgot that I put my microphone on. It's building time. So we're going to have some rather large ships coming in as this thing here. Where are you? Okay, up here, right? A wing here. Wing there. And then you've got this. And it's turning around. So that was this is the head. And then you've got the thing, that's another wing going up there. Right? And then you've got this here. And watch it turn. So this bit will come forward. That noise is the thrusters. Oh my god, what's happened to me? I'm sorry about that. That's not the best drawing in the world, but it's basically, there's a... Oh look, what's that here? This bit. No wonder it doesn't make any sense. And you can't see half of it. Because only part of it's visible. It's only a disguise. It's not a full-on cloak, you know? It's not invisible. It's and the wing up there. It's fucking massive. Remember that. Which way is it going? I can't. Turning that away. So I ended up having to make marks in order to find where my pen point is. There it is. Because it doesn't, for some reason, the stupid Illustrator software is only quite basic. I'm going to be insulting to it. I am really appreciative of it. You'll notice these bits here now. They all start to. It's a platform. It's moving down. Thrusters. Look, space jet thingy. Oh my god, I can see more than I've ever thought before. Oh, wow. And this is some kind of energy being, maybe, on a throne. Some kind of thing here. Or it might actually be just them on like an electronics console, and it is literally flying around, and they are literally turning that way. Hello, birdies. See, so if there's a white, oh my goodness, right. I understand now. The reason there's like a white outline over these things, like the birds and stuff, is because the sharpness is increased, and that creates the effect of things having a bit more of an outline, a bit more defined shape. And that's now what I've worked out. It's not as bad as how iGlasses renders that one, but I think I'm preferring to use CamTwist now. That's a thruster. Look at that. That is what that is. This. Yeah, I can see you. I can fucking see you. I mean, come on, it's not that difficult. These guys in particular, their stuff's only partial by the looks of it. It doesn't seem to mask everything entirely. Oh my goodness, look at that, floating cities. Floating cities! If you wanted to know if floating cities really exist, well now you know. Look at that. Look at the size of it. It's so freaking big, it has its own atmosphere. Look at that! Look at that! And it's not fading away, it's not disappearing, it's just there. The city flying by, you know, just as if it's normal. Yeah, not Them are flying by. Don't mind us. They don't care. They don't care now. They're not going to be. I don't think they're going to be trying to hide themselves so much at this point. Judging by the way that from my conversations with people yesterday, a lot of the stuff about ancient aliens and the Anunnaki and stuff like that has been doing the rounds for quite some time by this point. So, if it does strike if it's true, and it does strike surprising people, well, they're just ignorant at this point, and that's not an excuse anymore. Because the internet's been around for, 30 years now? That's enough time for most people who are alive at this point to have learned technology that we have and how to access the internet to find this information out, if they weren't already being exposed to it by television. So, it's not about, how can you, it can't be misleading. It's not creating a false thing. Yes, there's a general premise. We've got to look at the facts that a race of beings that we are unaware of had some hand in something or other. We don't know where they came from or how they got here. So, our concepts of space don't make any sense, and yet there are the possibilities of beings from other places. So we just got to take the fact, the stuff that we can surmise from all of the things we know, and many of us have come to similar conclusions. The rest of the stuff, the debatable stuff, that has to go to one side. Because there are elements there's too many kind of cross-referenced elements. When you see enough of it, you know it to be true. When you see something that's pretty kind of not so supported by more than one perspective, then you've got to consider how true it is. And obviously, we all have our own truths on top of that. So, I'm delving into a bit of the Argus. The Argus is a website of a local newspaper in the UK. There's a few branches of them across the south coast. And I just stumbled upon it while I was doing some research on Worthing. And why Worthing? Hastings. Maybe I could ask people around if they would consider what would happen, what they would do in the event of a tsunami. I mean, I know the likelihood of a tsunami in Worthing is lower than places further out into the Atlantic, but we have no idea the scale of the scope. Or of any calamity. Ooh, what a calamity. So, hello plane. Are you really a plane, or are you not really a plane? No, my instinct there was that that was actually a plane. I could feel the vibration from here. Goodness me, you don't see so many. You don't see so many legitimate planes these days. That's for sure. I imagine with all the natural disasters that are happening at the moment, that travel is being restricted in quite a few areas, quite a few places. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm just, this is off the top of my head. You know, if there's a natural disaster happening in an environment, would you assume then that it would probably be restricted, or would you still have flights going in and out of there? I guess it would depend how badly look at this thing here, this little eye thing. Look, it's kind of like that. Oh shit! I'm still not used to it. There you go. Now that is attached to some structure here. Oh, here we go. Some square bits. Oh, for God's sake. I can't draw properly today. I've got to get used to this pen. This pen malarkey. Look at that. I mean, you've got that. I'm sorry, these are really, really rough sketches. You'll have to forgive me, but as an artist, I'm much more interested in form at this point. And the reason I'm interested in the form is because that will actually, it's kind of helpful in dictating what exactly these structures are. Oh God. Let's just hope that my form isn't overly affected. Just trying to get a sense of the shape and scale of this thing, so I could then keep an eye on its movements. What will happen is, if I do this enough times, I eventually start to see it. I eventually get to know its movements. I get to know textures, angles, that kind of thing. And before you know it, you then start recognizing shapes and things, which you then go, okay. And then, you know, sometimes these shapes actually inform other things that you're seeing too, because you suddenly realize that there's this empire of beings with all this giant technology. It's amazing. Every time I draw stuff, I look at it and I can always see a face in it. Like birds and all kinds of things. And I start seeing faces in my sketches. But look, I mean, come on, look at this. This thing here, it's coming down. Look at it. What is that? Another one here. You hear those noises. You'll hear those frustery noises. You know the. Seriously, at this. I mean, that's the thing. If it gets too full up, then you end up losing scope of of what you were actually drawing in the first place. Hey eyes, yeah, I can see you. Now I've got a few things I need to do today, work-wise. When I say work, you know what I mean. Look at that eye. Look at that. There's a nose, like a flat nose. Where am I? Right, there we go. Flat nose. Going up there, and then this eye thing here. But obviously it's not a being. And now you've got this thing here. Looks more like a bull now. Yeah. It's like a set of terraced platforms. They're kind of like giant stairways. Oh, but now I'm seeing other things as well. They are really trying to play with me. Come on, guys. Stop trying. Stop trying to obfuscate. You know as well as I do it's time. My subconscious can predict the future. It's not actually me that can do very much. It's my subconscious that seems to be able to do it. So being in touch with my subconscious seems to be a necessity. I hope you can see these flying islands as much as I can. The thing is, people won't. I don't know. Maybe I am going fucking mad. But I've never seen a plane fly through them. They only fly through certain kinds of clouds, you know. It's only on certain times. So, oh look, here's a plane now. What is that? Oh, that was my drawing. Did you just narrow your eye at me? Thanks. Steampunk era is real. There is a reason it exists in the public consciousness and the minds of artists. It's just that. It's just that a steampunk, I think, might be a scale thing. So you have to have really pretty large things, a large mechanism that relies on an immense amount of steam for it to move. Which, if you are giants and the things you're using are, you know, based on that scale, it might work. But see, this is another thing that's coming in now. You can see that there's like a fine type of veil, you know, a slightly luminescent field around it. And then you look there at the detail as well. Look at that detail. That cross-hatching kind of thing there. That to me looks like some kind of wreckage or something else, but then I'm not entirely sure what bits are real and which bits are not, because then I see other aspects. A lot of the time these things are projecting holographic images around them. If it's not holographic, it's then I don't know, maybe it's magic. Who knows? It's magic. I don't know. Sometimes if we use the words of some of the old traditions, I feel more comfortable with the old traditions than I do with some of the new science and the modern traditional science. Oh look! Oh my goodness! Look at this. Anunnaki or what, man? You can just see it there. I've just literally, this is it's this thing here. This thing. Keep an eye on this. It's a selection of terraced, like I don't know what it's like. Look, these are the beings. Those two, that one and that one. Mr. Happy and Mr. Happy. Now you've got these other ones here as well. Look at that. Well, they're either beings or they're steps. I'm not too sure, but they seem to move. Look at that. It's like a tower coming down. Space elevator. Maybe. I don't know. I've seen this thing before though. Let me clear that, because the last thing I really want to do is draw all over it. Look at that. Look how big it is. Something is odd. The size of these things is humongous. The proportions are almost like a step out of what we're used to, which then I have to consider, well, hang on a minute, well, what if their proportions are correct, but actually it's us that are a step out? You know, what if it's us that are a little bit smaller than we're supposed to be? You know, I can't imagine having physical strength would be of benefit to the Anunnaki or any other beings at this point, especially if they feed on our etheric energy. Now, I'm not sure if you can call the Anunnaki the Archons. I'm not sure if they are the same beings or if they're different beings. Look at this. Some very stunning images. Stunning. Very dramatic. Almost looks like a hand or something, but I don't think it is. It's interesting, isn't it, how they look like eyes? And I think the reason why is because it's just different aspects of their machinery in illumination, and it's designed through symbology to illuminate and show this kind of eye concept. So then it will look like a floating fucking eye. And I wouldn't be a great professor, would I? I'm going to do a PhD in clouds. I haven't even got a degree, mate. 5 attempts. 5 attempts. Couldn't do it. Struggled my ass off. My brain just isn't made for it. It doesn't. It just doesn't. It's just not the way it works. I'm an art student. I work visually. I work with images. I work with shapes and lines and things like that. Words and numbers don't make much. Words make more sense to me than numbers do, because words describe what things look like. And if words describe what things look like, then I can visualize, you know, but maths does not describe what something looks like. It only entails the measurements of the dimensions of any given shape. I'm going to pull back on the gamma for a little bit, brighten up a little bit, and I think put my contrast back up to normal. So here you can kind of see a slight displacement. Okay, so there's the background, and then you've got the foreground moving, and as it's doing so, it's inverting colour of objects, and so then you're getting like difference, you know, and that difference looks odd because it looks like it's at odds with the background. Sometimes it fits perfectly and if it didn't move, you wouldn't notice it. But because it's moving, the light is bouncing off it in lots of different angles, and therefore showing movement. So then I could put on, say, the concert filter, and that would even highlight, because it captures the light and brightens it up and leaves a trail. That actually is an innovative way of doing it. If you don't mind me saying so myself, you know, think about it. I've used a very simple effect from one of these app things, these third-party webcam apps, and I've turned it into a light detection device, which then shows me, you know, so it makes it a bit easier. You can see it. You can see this thing gradually sliding across the screen. It's just above the main tree now. It's coming up behind it. It's coming from the right and going to the left. Now I'm going to leave you to look for that, because I'm not going to do it. Also on the top left, you've got a very definitive set of angular shapes going on there too. So it's a feast for the eyes this morning. If you are inclined to see what I see. Anyway, I'm going to have a cup of tea. Put the kettle on at least anyway. So you can enjoy this lovely rendition of the Happy Birthday to You song, which has ended before I could even finish announcing it.